Hello everyone, this is Lily again. Welcome back to Tiền Ảo YouTube channel. And today, let's meet a really special guest. And let's get who is that. So we're gonna have Mr. Damian Bunce from Exness, right? So hello, Damian.
Hi, Lily.
Yeah, how are you today?
Doing very well, thank you.
So it's our honor to having you here today.
Thank you.
I'm very looking forward to this conversation, and I'm pretty sure that this conversation will bring lots of beneficial information to our audience. So once again, thank you.
Hope so.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Okay.
Right. So first of all, can you please give us a brief summary about yourself, your background, and your role in Exness?
Yeah, sure, of course. So I've been in the industry for 30 years.
Wow.
So I'm an old guy.
Yeah.
I started out at IBM in technology.
Wow.
Then I moved into investment banks. So I was working with Goldman Sachs and Barclays. And then in 2017, I entered into the fintech world, working at Saxo Bank. And then from Saxo Bank, I moved to Exness.
Wow.
At Exness, for a couple of years, I was running the global trading and market making business. So I know what goes on in the engine room. And then most recently, I'm now Chief Customer Officer. And my role is to meet with media and people like you to explain about Exness, to raise our profile and our reputation and bond with clients.
Yeah, all of them are brand name and also Exness as well. So so the first question I want to ask you is about at a global level. So what have traders been focusing on?
Well, look, I mean, it's a really active time in the markets. There's the last couple of years actually have been incredibly busy.
Yeah.
So we start out with the unfortunate invasion of Ukraine, and of course when you have a war, there's big knock-on effects in the markets, and so we saw a lot of activity in gold and in oil. They were natural sort of trading products, a consequence of sort of war.
Yeah.
Obviously, inflation and the price of goods has been a problem in the developed markets. So in the US and in Europe and in the UK, the central banks have been raising interest rates, and of course, raising interest rates, has another knock-on effect into markets.
Yeah.
We've got this this big debt ceiling, as it's referred to, which is where potentially the US government defaults on its debt. And as you can imagine, that's got the markets completely panicked. It has a major impact on the dollar. The dollar's linking to all sorts of currencies.
Yeah.
And then there's the theme of de-dollarization. I don't know whether that's made its way out here yet, but it's that the dollar is effectively losing its influence.
Yeah.
So the Saudis, for instance, are stating that maybe you can buy oil now in yuan, in Chinese yuan. So all of these issues are playing out into capital markets, and we're seeing trades in gold, in oil, in dollar yen, in US equities. It's a good time for traders in a way.
Yeah. So thank you so much.
Potentially a bad time as well for some.
Yeah. So it's time for us to sharing on.
Yeah.
Right. The next question I think is not only me, but our audience from the community want to ask you is about Exness is known as the largest retail broker in the world. So can you give us an idea of the scale and what it takes to manage a sort of business like that?
Yeah, of course. Well, look, let me give you some sort of industry backdrop. So the foreign exchange industry trades roughly $7.5 trillion per day.
Wow.
So it's a huge, huge market.
Yeah, giant number.
And within that overall industry, the retail community is about 1 trillion.
1 trillion.
And of that 1 trillion, Exness trades 150 billion per day, which gives us about a 15% market share.
Wow.
So as far as the sort of the industry, that gives you a kind of an overall scale. As a company, we process 300 billion orders per month.
Per month.
So you can imagine we have a massive infrastructure that's supporting all of that trading. And because we trade in cryptos, in foreign exchange, in gold, in equities, we're basically open 24/7, which means we need staff in their desks, operating machinery, all around the world at all times of the day and the night.
Yeah.
So it's a huge undertaking.
Yeah.
In March this year, we broke some major records by executing 3.8 trillion,
Wow.
which was the largest that we've executed so far. So
Yeah.
it's a huge business.
Yeah. Congrats, you guys, on that one.
Yeah, we've got a big job on our hands.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so like the number is so huge and a big impress for us as well. Like because I already read this report before, so so amazed with that what you guys have done. Right. So next one, when we did some research before about Exness Exchange, like when Exness talk about its advantages, specifically. We normally see the better than market condition. So what does mean? Can you explain a little bit more about this on detail, please?
Yeah, of course, Lily. Okay, so better than market conditions are products that we create and build and give to our clients that are costly for us.
Costly for you.
Yeah, they're costly for us, but they're advantageous to customers. And it includes, there's really sort of three categories. The first one is around what we call volatility protection. So it means that under all circumstances, if, for example, the broker, Exness in this case, needs to widen spreads for whatever reason, and we have situations where we may need to do that, there's no chance of an order getting liquidated. That's really important. That's not common. It's an advantage. It's something that we provide to clients.
Yeah.
If you trade using leverage,
Yep.
and people like to use leverage, it means you can trade more with smaller amounts of money.
Yep.
You run the risk that you may get liquidated if what you're purchasing drops in value below the deposit amount that you have. But we have instances in our product where even if you go below zero, so you've lost the deposit money you had, we still keep you alive, we still keep the order alive in case the market comes back. So if there's a sort of a flash crash momentarily where the price drops and then recovers, there are situations, and there are quite a few in our company, where we protect clients, and that's a completely unique proposition and quite an expensive one.
Yeah.
And then we have a feature called gap level protection. So in the retail trading industry, I don't know whether you trade yourself.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, well you might have experienced slippage, and it's a situation where maybe you've put a stop loss order onto your stop loss control on your order, and for whatever reason the market moves drastically. Maybe it's the open of a market, or there's non-farm payrolls or something, but there's an unusual market move. You can have a gap, and your stop loss can fall between the gap, meaning that you get a worse price than you expected. Well, in over 95% of cases across all our asset classes, we apply what's called a gap level protection rule, which would give you the price that you wanted and not the real price that was in the market. And that's a completely unique feature that can't be found anywhere. So we provide these products, and what these products do is they prolong the lifetime of a trader. And when you're trading with leverage, of course, you're subject to the fluctuations of the market. And these are the kind of products that we apply, here in Southeast Asia that, customers love.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because this unique feature is really beneficial to the client, to the user. Yeah. So that's really, better than market condition.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm wondering, Damian, so how's Exness vision and mission in 2023, in terms of globally and in terms of Vietnam special feelings?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, look, to simplify it, there's really three kind of core areas. First off is geographic expansion. We're going to continue to expand our geographic reach into more markets, all around the world. So some examples of that is we recently opened an office in Uruguay, which is a footprint for Latin America. We purchased a license in Jordan. We're in discussions on the MENA region now about how we expand into that area there. We are now licensed in 2 locations, one in South Africa and one in Nairobi. So again, we're penetrating the African market. And again, we're evaluating all options for continued expansion into Southeast Asia. So geographic expansion is one. And the second is around cryptocurrencies. I know here in this country, I was amazed to see that in Vietnam, you're actually the first in the world for the most adoption
yeah.
of the currency, ahead of America. Something like 20% of Vietnamese.
Correct. Yeah.
So 20 million people hold the currency. So we're developing cryptocurrency further. So we want to be, we have it now. We execute something like $2.5 billion a day in crypto. So we're still very big, but we want to be much bigger in that area and much more relevant, and definitely claw back some of the business that goes to the crypto exchanges. And then the third area is obviously linked to payments. In all parts of the world, payments are critical. And not only do we want to have a broader choice of payment options, through various blockchains, as well as standard payment providers, but also thinking about things like mobile pay, which is important in areas like Africa, and obviously making the user experience of payments really good, so that if you're waiting for your payment, you have a message that explains why it's being processed and things like that. So usability. So they are kind of like our themes. And I think overall, of course, it's always important for us to just keep advancing our product set. So we need our trading products to be stronger, our spreads to be tighter, our leverage conditions to be more competitive. So we'll continue to innovate on the instrument level as well.
Yeah, a lot of things to do. And since we are talking about the crypto, you had just mentioned the one of the product you are expanding. So recently, the Hong Kong government they make crypto to be illegal. So how do you think about this one?
Well, Bitcoin liked it because on that news, in fact, it tipped back to 27,000. I mean, it's a great thing. I think it's a sign that the Chinese are going to use Hong Kong as a kind of an incubation hub for these ideas, which is great. I mean, the crypto community responded well to it.
So let's come to the next question. So Damian, what's news product or services that are pinline that our client can look forward to in Exness?
Well, I mentioned some of the functionality around payments earlier on, but we talked about trading conditions and some trading advantages. Well, we found from our studies that, in fact, in spite of the fact that it's a costly product for us to offer to clients, many clients didn't even know that they were benefiting from these advantages. So one thing that we are doing is we're starting to allow our clients to visualize them. So you can log into your private area and you'll be able to look at the financial benefits that you had as a result of the advantages we bought you. So that's one area, and we think that's going to be really quite unique for people to really understand. Look, out of the last, I don't know, 25 minutes or so, you avoided stop out because of our volatility protection, X amount of times, and it saved you this amount of money. That sort of information.
Yes, that's so worthy.
Yeah, we're going to, we're going to see more instruments, as I said to you. We definitely want to, to be quick to market in the future with, with coins or memes, cryptos that are interesting. And people want to engage with. We're looking to really enhance our investing product. So we have a product called PIM, Portfolio Investment Management, and it's a product that enables our clients to manage money on behalf of people. And that's something that's needed in many parts of the world, possibly here as well. So we're looking at rolling that product out in 23. And of course, just making things faster and slicker. Our trading platform itself, we're always making enhancements, to make like the watch lists that people look at visually more appealing, and a range of things in that area.
Lots of things to do, but I believe that Exness can do it.
Yeah.
So because we're from the crypto media side, so for crypto users, so what are the key factors that you believe trader from crypto community will choose Exness compete with other like competitor like let's say directly some famous exchange like Binance or so on. Well, look, I mean, it's well known that Binance has got tremendous market share, but it's not going to last forever because you saw in any dominant liquidity pool, whether it's in the equities markets or the foreign exchange markets, over time it fragments because competition comes in, and competition like Exness is going to bring about far superior pricing. So if you trade Bitcoin or Ethereum or other products with Exness, it's much cheaper in terms of the total cost of trading.
We don't charge swaps, for example. We don't charge commission.
Wow.
We don't have a liquidation fee. We charge pure spread, and that's it. And that's highly competitive. We are going to, we're far more competitive now in terms of liquidity. So you can trade much bigger sizes with us.
Yeah.
Multiple times bigger sizes with Exness than you can with the exchanges. The exchange, don't forget, they don't own the liquidity. They have market makers that make it for them.
Yeah, that's right.
Exness is the liquidity. So we're immediately, when you deal with Exness, you're dealing directly with the market maker. You're not dealing with a third party. So you've got, a greater level of trust. Obviously, we're big. We have a very strong financial balance sheet. So, that will definitely be appealing for clients. We saw the issues with FTX.
Yeah.
It spooked people. People are worried.
Yeah, right.
They want to work with, highly credible, very well capitalized brokers. And we're going to be one of those.
Yeah.
We are one of those, but in the competitive landscape, when we start to penetrate further, that's going to become recognized. As I said earlier, we can provide these better than market advantages that just don't exist elsewhere. So gap level protection, volatility protection, these are areas that will be provided to crypto users.
Yeah.
So, we can see we've got a very compelling offering.
Yeah. I do agree with you from that. Lots of unique feature and lots of things like lots of advantages for crypto user to do it. And I believe that some user can try Exness and maybe they can fall in love with Exness somehow. One more question for you. So what are the most popular product trade with Exness by Vietnamese client? I believe that you have insight for this one.
Yeah, well, we have a bit of a breakdown. Generally Southeast Asia, gold's very popular.
Yeah.
So, that's traded pretty heavily in this part of the world. FX majors, when I say majors, I mean the major currencies. So in particular, Japanese yen, dollar, euro.
Yeah.
These are not as big as gold actually, but still very, very big. This community here is aware of the announcements that come out from the Fed. The traders understand markets here, so they're looking for announcements. They're looking to figure out whether, as a result of an interest rate decision, markets are going to go up or down, and obviously FX is a good product to trade.
Yeah.
We think that we see a lot of trading in US tech indices. So that's another area that's interesting. So stocks, mainly from indices, that we're seeing right now, and of course we see a good amount of trading in crypto.
Yeah.
The volumes in crypto are clearly smaller here than they are in in gold because it's a smaller asset, but a lot of interest to trade cryptocurrencies, and Bitcoin and Ethereum mainly.
Yeah.
But obviously Uniswap's been important. Some of the meme stocks, Shiba Inu was one.
Lots of
Pepe the Frog's coming along now.
Lots of popular crypto and token from the crypto industry come to Exness. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that the underlying blockchain infrastructure, clearly has validity and momentum all over the world in all industries.
Yeah.
And financial services is obviously, going to benefit from that.
Yeah.
The cryptocurrencies is just one facet of that industry.
So, and last but not least, because we already have another AMA section with Exness before on our channel, and after that one, a lot of people who really concerned and interesting about the partnership and partnership with Exness, affiliate something, because we are in CPA meetup of Exness today in Ho Chi Minh City. So interesting event and a lot of insight and interesting information I'm going to share with you guys later. And for partnership with Exness, what makes the affiliate and IB from crypto industry attractive and partner with Exness, do you think?
Yeah, look, we're a really fantastic partner for, or broker for, partners that want to grow networks, because first and foremost, our product is reliable.
Yeah.
So when they introduce customers to us, you know, they can be sure that the actual product that they're introducing is a good solid one.
Yeah.
You know, occasionally, as with every company, we have problems with our technology. And in the event that we do, we compensate very quickly. So we don't have situations where our partners are having to explain themselves to their customers.
Yeah.
We remove that sort of that problem. You know, we offer, you know, excellent conditions to our partners, so excellent, you know, opportunities for them to earn revenues from the business, so introductory fees, etc. You know, our spreads and trading conditions are very good, and as I told you earlier on, because of the unique advantages that we offer, clients have longer lifetimes with us, and therefore they continue to be partners, continue to be clients of our partners. So, you know, it's a win-win all round. You know, everybody benefits when, you know, clients are trading for longer. You know, and again, we just have a very competitive, you know, offering. If you want to manage your, you know, your underlying clients, we offer a platform that enables you to you know, an administration tool where you can see and manage your network, and all of those sort of advantages are, you know, part and parcel of being a partner of ours. Not to mention, you can get, you know, flights to Vietnam to come to our events. You know, and we often hold many appreciation events for our clients and their families. That I think, you know, garners real loyalty. Yeah, that's great. So, you know, we're a great broker for those kind of partnerships. Yeah, that's great. Right. So I think that's all the information that the audience from our community are like wondering to know about Exness. Okay, great. And yeah, so thank you so much for spending time with us today, and thank you for all of your beneficial information for our community. Thank you very much, Lydia. Thank you so much. Enjoyed the conversation. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.